Across Nigeria and the continent, access to fast, reliable internet opens the door to jobs, education, healthcare, and innovation.
Have you ever wondered how we know where high-speed internet is available and where it is not? This is where broadband mapping comes into play.
Nigeria just made groundbreaking history by launching Africa's very first nationwide internet coverage map. This bold move could transform connectivity and close the digital divide across the continent forever. But what does this mean for the millions of Africans who are still offline? Want to find out how Nigeria is reshaping Africa's digital future? Let's watch closely. Chapter 1. A historic first for Africa's digital future.
Digital transition is one of the top priorities of the EU-Nigeria partnership and of our global gateway strategy in Nigeria.
Nigeria has become the first among 11 sub-Saharan African countries to launch the Africa BB Maps National Broadband Mapping Project. This is a major stride toward making the digital world a bit more equal and connected across the continent. According to Tech Africa News, this move cements Nigeria's position as a trailblazer in digital planning and broadband expansion, setting a benchmark for others. Why is this so important? Think about a massive digital puzzle representing all internet users and infrastructure in Africa. For a long time, parts of that puzzle were missing or unclear, especially in rural and underserved areas. Now, Nigeria is rolling up its sleeves to solve that puzzle by creating clear, detailed broadband maps. These maps will be crucial tools for policymakers, developers, and service providers to understand where connectivity is strong, where it's weak, and where it's nowhere to be found. And we all know that in today's world, good internet access is the gateway to education, jobs, healthcare, social connections, and so much more. Nigeria leading this effort means it's not just talking about digital transformation, but doing the hard, technical groundwork needed to make it happen. This sets the tone for the rest of the continent to follow suit, hopefully sparking a ripple effect that will connect millions more people. Chapter 2. What is Africa BB Maps?
Digital transformation through digital connectivity, entrepreneurship, e-governance solutions, and digital skills for Nigeria to become a regional digital hub.
What exactly is Africa BB Maps, and why does it matter so much? Africa BB Maps is a 4-year project running from 2025 to 2028, led by the International Telecommunication Union, which is a United Nations agency focused on global ICT development. This initiative is funded by the European Union with a budget of about 15 million euros. That's roughly 16.2 million US dollars. The main objective: to build or improve broadband mapping systems across 11 countries in sub-Saharan Africa, with Nigeria being the first to officially launch this project. The 11 countries involved include Benin, Botswana, Burundi, Ethiopia, Ivory Coast, Kenya, Malawi, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, alongside Nigeria. So, what does building broadband maps mean? Essentially, it involves collecting detailed data on internet coverage and broadband infrastructure and using geographic information systems, known as GIS, to create visual, interactive maps showing where connectivity exists, the quality of service, and where there are glaring gaps. Why start with Nigeria? Well, Nigeria has the largest telecommunications market in Africa, so it's kind of the perfect testbed to showcase how these mapping tools can drastically help improve digital planning. And starting here means the insights and lessons learned can benefit the broader region in a scalable, sustainable way. Africa BB Maps is a foundation for better broadband policy, investments, and, ultimately, digital equity. Chapter 3. Why broadband mapping matters. Let's talk about why broadband mapping isn't just important, it's absolutely essential. Internet infrastructure is complex and costly to build. Think about all the fiber optic cables, cell towers, satellite systems, and other technologies that make it possible for you to scroll through your phone or stream videos at home. Now, in many African countries, especially in rural or hard-to-reach regions, much of this infrastructure is incomplete or non-existent. According to the International Telecommunication Union, broadband mapping provides detailed insight into exactly where coverage gaps are, what areas have limited or no internet access, and where network quality needs to be improved. Think about it like city planning. You wouldn't build roads blindly without a map showing where people live or where traffic is heavy, right? The same goes for broadband. Without accurate maps, governments and private companies might waste money building infrastructure where it's not needed or miss entire communities that desperately need connectivity. Having precise data allows policymakers to prioritize resources, guide investment strategically, and develop inclusive digital strategies. This means more equitable access for everyone, from students needing remote education to farmers accessing weather updates, entrepreneurs tapping into digital markets, and healthcare providers delivering telemedicine services. Broadband mapping is more than numbers and lines on maps. It's about unlocking opportunities that come from being connected. Chapter 4: The Abuja Launch Event. Now, let's take you inside the launch event itself, because this wasn't just a formality, it was a powerful, collaborative gathering that set the tone for progress. The two-day event was held in Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, bringing together key players from government, telecommunications companies, development agencies, and international experts. According to Telecom Review Africa, there was a strong sense of shared purpose and urgency throughout the event. The sessions were packed with discussions on how to leverage the Africa BB Maps initiative in shaping broadband policies and infrastructure rollouts. The event also showcased the importance of partnerships between government bodies, the private sector, development partners, and technology providers. One cool thing about this event was how it wasn't just about tech experts presenting data. There were inspiring talks about what broadband access means for millions of Nigerians in underserved communities, opening doors for education, healthcare, businesses, and social inclusion. This clear, unified message from all stakeholders showed that improving internet connectivity is a national priority, recognized at the highest levels and fueled by international support. Chapter 5: Nigeria's Internet Landscape Today. Nigeria is Africa's biggest telecommunications market, a giant in the continent's digital ecosystem. According to Wikipedia, Nigeria accounts for about 29% of Africa's internet usage and contributes more than 10% to its GDP. That's remarkable. But even with this massive online population and market, there's still a huge urban-rural divide. Major cities like Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt typically enjoy fast and reliable internet, while many rural communities struggle with weak, unreliable, or no broadband service. This divide creates significant inequalities in access to information, online education, telehealth, and economic opportunities. Bridging this gap is vital for Nigeria's future prosperity and social development. And here's where the Africa BB Maps project gets super important. With better data and mapping, Nigeria can direct its resources and policies to target those underserved areas and help bring them online. So, Nigeria's current situation is a mix of immense potential combined with persistent challenges. This project is a big and necessary step toward leveling that digital playing field. Chapter 6: Backed by the EU and ITU. Now we talk about the backbone behind this entire Africa BB Maps project: funding and support. This project isn't just a local or regional effort. It's got some serious international muscle powering it. To be exact, it's funded with about $16.2 million from the European Union. According to the ECOFIN agency, this funding is part of the broader Africa-Europe Digital Regulators Partnership, which aims to strengthen regulatory cooperation and digital connectivity between Africa and Europe. This initiative also aligns perfectly with the EU's Global Gateway strategy. Now, what's Global Gateway? Think of it as the EU's big push to invest in connectivity and sustainable development across developing regions, especially in Africa. They want to boost internet access, digital skills, and secure digital infrastructure that supports economic growth and inclusion. And Nigeria? Nigeria is right at the center of this plan in Africa, taking a leadership role. The International Telecommunication Union, or ITU, is a United Nations agency focusing on ICT development, the lead implementer of Africa BB Maps. The ITU and EU partnership means the project benefits from both technical expertise and financial muscle, giving it a solid foundation to succeed over its 4-year run starting in 2025. So, this project isn't just about mapping internet coverage, it's a big piece of a strategic vision to close the continent's digital gap and make connectivity a reality for millions more people. Chapter 7: Tech Behind the Maps. The magic behind the Africa BB Maps project lies in the advanced geographic information systems, GIS technology, and smart open data platforms. These tools allow real-time collection, visualization, and analysis of broadband coverage data. According to Extensia Tech, this means Nigeria and other participating countries will have interactive maps showing exactly where internet accessibility is strong, where it is weak, and where it's missing altogether. Think of looking at a digital map that updates continuously as new network data comes in, showing policymakers and investors which communities urgently need infrastructure upgrades or new service rollouts. This real-time insight is a game changer. The use of open data platforms also means that data transparency and accessibility improve, so governments, telecom companies, investors, NGOs, and even citizens can access broadband coverage info easily. This transparency helps build trust and encourages informed decision-making. Plus, the GIS tech isn't just about marking spots on a map. It ties geographic data to information about service quality, speed, affordability, and network capacity. This helps tailor solutions exactly to what each area needs, rather than using a one-size-fits-all approach. The tech behind these maps is making broadband planning smarter, faster, and more effective than ever before. Chapter 8. What to expect by 2028. So, what's on the horizon? By the end of this project in 2028, Nigeria is expected to have a fully operational and sustainable broadband mapping system in place. This isn't just a pilot or a temporary toilet designed to be a long-term resource that keeps improving and supports ongoing digital expansion efforts. According to the International Telecommunication Union, this system will empower policymakers, investors, and planners with precise data needed to tackle the digital divide more aggressively and with better focus. That means they'll be able to close coverage gaps faster and more effectively than before. Thinking about the difference, this could make targeted broadband rollouts that don't leave rural areas behind, better allocation of funding, and faster progress tracking through data-driven dashboards. It also means telecom operators can identify high-impact investments, reduce guesswork, and improve service quality for customers. Ultimately, this project aims to help Nigeria, and by example, the other 10 participating countries achieve universal broadband coverage in the coming years. This is a huge step toward digital inclusion, economic growth, education access, and even better governance through connected services. Chapter 9. Potential obstacles. Now, it's important to talk about the challenges, because no project this big is without some hurdles. According to Tech Africa News, some potential obstacles include securing continuous funding to sustain and scale the mapping effort beyond the initial phase. Funding that covers just the first 4 years is great, but the systems must be maintained and updated long-term to be useful. Another challenge is data accuracy. Broadband mapping relies heavily on collecting reliable and up-to-date data from various sources, including telecom operators, government agencies, and field surveys. Ensuring consistent quality and completeness of this data is crucial and sometimes difficult. Then there's political will. Sustaining the project requires not just money, but active support and coordination among multiple government bodies, regulators, and private sector players. Political changes or competing priorities could slow progress. And finally, mapping is just one piece of the puzzle. The big question is whether the data and maps get effectively translated into actual infrastructure rollout. That means building new towers, laying fiber cables, upgrading networks, and expanding access where needed. Without actionable implementation plans and on-the-ground investments, all the maps in the world won't close the digital gap. So, while the initiative is promising, it needs continued commitment, strong partnerships, and operational follow-through for success. Chapter 10. The bigger picture. How does this all fit into Nigeria's broader digital transformation ambitions? This Africa BB Maps project ties directly into Nigeria's National Broadband Plan, which sets ambitious targets to significantly expand internet access nationwide by 2025 and beyond. It also supports the imminent rollout of 5G networks across the country, which promises faster speeds and new services. President Bola Tinubu's digital economy agenda provides the political backing needed to push these initiatives. His administration has emphasized digital infrastructure development as a cornerstone for economic diversification, social inclusion, and improving government services. According to Telecom Review Africa, the success of this broadband mapping project could inspire similar connectivity strategies across Africa, encouraging more countries to adopt data-driven approaches to close their digital divides. In the big picture, Africa BB Maps is about laying the groundwork for smarter digital policies, attracting more investment, improving access for everyone, and accelerating Africa's digital future. If Nigeria succeeds here, it could set a powerful example and catalyze a broader movement towards universal broadband connectivity across the continent. This Africa BB Maps launch in Nigeria is a powerful step towards smarter, data-driven connectivity planning. What do you think? Could this change how internet access grows across Africa? Drop your thoughts below, like if you're excited, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.